Hi, everyone. This is Candy Johnson. I am your host, and this is Real Talk, brought to you by Real Raw Records. Today's topic is uh, how dumb can you be? And I know that sounds a little harsh, okay? But just give me 1 second and I'll explain. Just give me 1 second before you're ready to shoot, and I'll explain. Uh, I chose to pose this topic as a question of how dumb can you be, because um, they used to have a show called Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? And long years ago, they used to have a different type of show, somewhat similar, but a different type of show. Um, and it was, I think it was called the darndest things that kids say. And I have owned a daycare, and I am so familiar with the wisdom that comes from children. And so I value the wisdom that comes from children, because their minds haven't been polluted with society and religion for the most part, or what else pollutes us? This so-called education system, okay? And I noticed that everywhere I go, the kids seem to celebritize me, so to speak. Even, the parents, they'll say, they'll, notice me or whatever like that, but the kids, most of all, pay attention, you know. And sometimes the parents don't even notice me until the kids bring it to their attention, because perhaps they're trying to get the kids to come on here, come on, and try to drag them across the stove, and the kids keep looking back at me, and they like, mama, mama, and they do that. So anyway, I brought that up is because kids recognize good shit. I have this saying that I always say, and I don't know if I picked it up from somebody or not, but it is certainly my philosophy that I pay attention to two things in life. I pay attention to what kids say and how kids respond to different people and different things. And I also pay attention to animals, because I have gone to people's houses, and I had an appliance business, so I had to deliver appliances to different people's houses. And there has been too many circumstances where the people would be like, well, call me ahead of time, or call me when you get outside the gate or whatever, and I'll put my dog up or whatever. And they'll be like, well, wait a minute, when I come to the door, let me put my dog up, and stuff like that, because they're used to their dog responding negatively to people coming in. And I have had too many experiences where the dogs run up to me, and the owners think that the dog's gonna attack me, and the dogs just love on me and be wagging their tail and going, and all that love on them back, and I always kind of comfort the owners, because they be in a panic and thinking that, oh God, my dog is gonna maul this lady, And to their surprise, the dogs take to me, so well. They just love me to death, and I love on them back, And I always try to comfort the owners and say, well, you know what? Animals know good people. And I say it's people that don't recognize good people. And that's real talk. So this is what I mean by how dumb can you be? I've seen people cater to a crook, cater to a sneaky, devious person that will cause them harm. I've seen people cater to what do you call that? Con artists, and stuff like that. Because see, a con can't go over too well, and they can't be successful in conning unless you take to them. So the only way that they're going to be successful in conning you is you got to be dumb enough not to recognize good shit as opposed to bullshit. Okay. I was born mentally retarded. All right. And I thank God for that all the time. And you might say, Candy, well, why would you thank God for being mentally retarded? Well, I'll tell you. Okay. Now, just hear me out. I know you atheists, y'all ready to stop listening at this point just because I said something about God. But just hear me out. God taught me. He said, first of all, he taught me that being mentally retarded don't mean I can't learn at all. The word retard means to slow down. See, I used to drive an 18-wheeler, and they have what they call retarders on the acceleration, the speed pedal. So that when you take your foot off the accelerator, the transmission kick in and the brake system kick in some kind of way. And immediately, soon as you take your foot off the accelerator, it immediately begins to go into action of slowing the vehicle down. Okay, and that part that activates that is called a retarder. Okay, and God brought that to my attention one day, and because I had always, even when I was taking my test, I cried when I went back to my room one day because they was making fun of me. The other people's in the 18-wheeler training school, they was making fun of me, my disability or whatever like that, So I went back to my room, and I didn't cry in front of them, but I had went back to my room and I was crying and stuff. And I was saying, talking to God, and I said, help me with this here, And what he did was he blessed me. I got another trainer that taught me a technique, and it was very systematic. And I'm very systematic. I learn by calculating things. I'm better at visuals and numbers or mathematical equations than I am at reading. Okay, so he was just a good teacher, see. So he taught me the systematic way. He was telling me how to do, to operate the accelerator and the stick shift, to drive the 18-wheeler in 12 different gears. So I went home, and not home, but to my hotel room, and I made up this song to teach myself how to change the shifts out smooth. So what I did was I visualized in my mind the gear shift and the steering wheel and everything like that, and the pedals of my little feet. And so I was in the room on the side of the bed, pretending like I was in the cab of the truck, and I started saying, shift nice. That means go in the gear and press the clutch. So I said shift nice, and then shift. That means clutch smooth, and then move it into gear. And so that's called double clutching. All right. So I just kept practicing that. And I kept saying shift nice, shift smooth, shift nice, and shift smooth. And the instructor that they had put me back in his group like a couple of days later, and I was driving that truck so good. He wasn't say what changed over that few little days he was gone. But God had taught me with something so simple, as a song. I said, shift is nice and shift is smooth. And I learned how to drive that 18-wheeler. Ball was a bad bitch. I got a 98 on that test when I got through, and I got the last laugh too. I got the last laugh because I was a bad bitch. When I did take my test and everything, I aced them and everything. And when the instructor that was laughing at me and making fun of me and had the whole class laughing at me and everything, he was wondering, how did I learn that like that? Well, I was swinging that truck around, not swinging it like out of control, but I was handling it. So he noticed the drastic improvement. And I let him know. I said, you know what? It wasn't nothing wrong with me as a student. It's something wrong with you as a teacher that you couldn't teach me. I say because whatever the guy name was, I forget his name. Let's just say his name was Daryl. I say because Daryl taught me in one day how to do this to him. And I say he taught me a technique. And with everything, and I learned how to back that sucker up and everything, and stuff like that, because he taught me that technique. I how to use my mirrors and stuff like that. And so anyway, I wasn't a dumb student, he was a dumb teacher. And I was telling all of that to explain to you how some things that we may view as being less than may be the very thing that gives it value. All right. So how dumb can you be to overlook the value that's there? It's there right there in front of your face. And the only reason why we overlook things that are right there in front of our face, when a person is running a con, they give so many signs. Social psychologists have proven this in many studies, that people intuitively can sense when a person is crooked, okay? And they can sense when a person is genuine, all right? However, they've also proven that many times, and more so than not, that people ignore their intuitivity and they listen to or follow after what they've been told, okay? They adhere to what they've been told. And this is why you have the atheists are so strung out on what do you call that? Resisting the intuitivity of God and their inner spiritual nature, okay? And they ignore that and say, well, the scientists said, and they even had a piece of paper, you know. You see, they trick them with these pieces of papers and these fancy words and stuff like that. But they too dumb to see it. They too dumb to see it. It's big as shit right there in front of their face, but they too dumb to see it. So I pose this question to you. How dumb can you be? I'm gonna point out this one other thing that God had told me about my being born retarded. He said, you may despise being slow. He said, but the next time you go out, he say, I want you to pay attention. And I said, what you want me to pay attention to? He said, I want you to just pay attention to people and how they behave, okay? And so I did that, and I just watched people, you know, and I'm a student of people anyway, so I just watch people. So after I come back home and I was talking to the Lord and stuff like that, and he started bringing stuff to my attention, see? And that day I had picked up this stainless steel refrigerator. And soon as I had turned on that street, because I got a truck, a Ford F-250. I got a big monster, you know. So, because I used to have an appliance business. And I seen that stainless steel refrigerator on the side of the street. So I picked that sucker up because I know that was worth $1,000. So I stopped traffic and everything, pulled over, and put my hazards on, and I took that refrigerator and I chunked it up on the back of my truck. And so I took it on, checked it out and everything. Wasn't nothing but a simple fan needed to be fixed in there, and I sold that motherfucker for $1,000. Okay, because it was a KitchenAid, which is a Kenmore brand refrigerator. So not only was it a top of the line refrigerator that you can get, but it also was stainless steel. That's top of the line. So it was top of the line. I could have sold it for more, but I ain't greedy. Okay, that's another subject I'm gonna get on one day in another broadcast. How dumb people are to be greedy for a whole lot when it's easier to get a whole lot of little. All right, but back to the point about picking up that refrigerator. God brought it to my attention. He said, you see how you saw the value and you immediately stopped because you saw the value in that refrigerator. Although that refrigerator was sitting on the side of the road, you was slow enough and had enough wisdom to see the value in it. See, All the so-called people that think probably would think that they smarter than you. He said they passed up $1,000 on the side of the road. And I said, you know what? He said, how many? I said, he is absolutely right. And he said, how many people you know, if that was actually dollar bills, would have passed that up? Not very many people would have, not nobody, I would guess, would have passed it up if it was dollar bills on the side of the road. They probably would have had an accident and all been out there fighting over that, $1,000. He said, but because they saw the refrigerator as broken, dysfunctional, unvaluable, that's what they saw it as. So they passed it right up. I'm sure it was hundreds of people during the course of that day that passed up that refrigerator and didn't even realize that was $1,000 sitting there on the side of the road. So I pose this question to you. How dumb can you be? Do you pass up value in people and in things every day? Absolutely you do. Absolutely you do. You probably scrolled over my page. Probably some people didn't even finish listening to this video. You know why? Because they dumb. They too dumb to see the value in wisdom. See? They too dumb to hear and know that wisdom make money. See? They'll listen to what's his name? Mark Cuban or any one of these celebrities that they see with money, or they think. That's that con I was telling y'all about. They think have money. Because trust me, I know it's a lot of them is so far in debt, you wouldn't want to be them if you knew how much debt they in. They just pretending and upholding the look of the lifestyle of being rich. Okay. But anyway, now you'll listen to them because you've seen them on TV and won't listen to me because you haven't seen me on TV. Because you don't know the difference between a con and value. How dumb can you be? There's a lot of people that are celebrities now. And I'm going to tell you how dumb people are. I live in New Jersey. And I meet people all the time. And once they find out I'm a singer or whatever like that, or they know of me or whatever, they always want to brag about who they used to. I used to play with the B.B. King, and I used to sing with Whitney Houston, and I used to live right down the street from Whitney Houston. I live right next door. They start naming all these celebrities or who they used to have contact with or who they knew before they were famous, or Queen Latifah, Missy Elliott, and all these other artists that are famous or obtained to some level of fame or fortune, whatever like that. Okay. And they always get startled when I ask them, well, if you knew this person or you played in a band or whatever like that, why you broke? Why you ain't famous? I ain't never heard of you. Why you don't have nothing? Why you still live in the ghetto? They don't have no answer for that. You know why they don't have no answer for that? Because they dumb. They didn't value or see the value in those people when they was right there in close contact with them when those people was on their way up. See? Because people don't value you till you already swinging on the stars. We don't need their asses no more. See? And this is why a lot of celebrities, y'all sit up there and y'all post their videos and share their music. And that's another thing that shows how dumb you is. Them people could care less about you. They sit up sometime in these meetings and in the backstage and laugh at how stupid they fan and call their fans. Y'all, well, you're not stupid for being a fan. You stupid for the a lot of people not realizing that a lot of artists that they support them in so many kind of ways. These are people that could care less about you. These people got millions and millions of dollars and won't spend a couple of hundred to at least hire somebody to respond to your comments on their social media. We're going to get down to the nitty gritty so you can find out just how dumb you can be. I've had this one guy, what do you call himself? Drag knock. I was telling him, I said, you know what? He said, she got money, but she ain't this and that. I said, look, here I am. I could act all uppity and don't pay nobody no attention that isn't on my status level and be all snobbity just like other celebrities. I said, but I'm taking time out to dip down and be a real person, and you look down upon me for that? I say, how stupid can you be? I say, Beyonce you ain't gonna never be in no hangout or broadcast with Beyonce unless she copy off of me. She always copying off of every damn thing I do. She start wearing jewelry like me too, and stuff, and bracelets and stuff, and everything. She do everything, copy off everything I do. But she ain't gonna dip down and care about these so-called dumbass fans she got. All right, they living in the ghetto. She living on top of the hill. She ain't gonna never dip down and do nothing for you. So don't even think about it. Don't even dream about it, wish for it, or none of that. All right? Because that's not where her heart is at. They sit up and laugh at people that are fanatics of the celebrity starstruck fanatics. They sit up and laugh at y'all and talk about how dumb and crazy and psychotic people is for following them. That's what they talk about you. See? And y'all don't even realize that's how dumb you is. While there's real artists, and Beyonce ain't even no real singer. They laugh at y'all because she can't even sing. They trick y'all. Anyway, there are people that are real artists working their ass off, packing gear and in and out of clubs and stuff, and really working hard on their craft, and y'all won't give them the time of day. You know why? Because you don't see them on TV. You won't support them because you don't see them on TV. That's how dumb you can be. Support somebody that talk about your ass like a dog, and an artist that really appreciate you. You don't give them no support. You won't even share their posts, much less come to their concerts. It's way less money to go see somebody really performing, and you'll pay more money because to be way in the background of a celebrity, way in the background, just to say I went to whatever the big artist name is, Taylor Swift or whatever concert, and she don't give a damn about you. And that's real talk. Y'all might not like it, but it's as real as it get. We're gonna have some more of these sessions about how dumb can you be. But in the meantime, in between time, keep it real or take your ass back to Fantasyland.